Light. Light is a form of energy and life on Earth revolves around light. Hello everyone, me, Pushpal Banerjee from grade 6 along with my friends are here to show a few activities on properties of light. Here I have two mirrors attached to one another and an object. As I place the object in front of the mirrors, you can see the images. Now guess how many images can you see? I'm sure your answer will be equal to 3 images. Now let me move the two mirrors close to each other. Now guess how many images can you see? I'm sure your answer will be equal to 4 or 5 images. As I move the mirrors close to each other, the number of images increase, and this is said to be the formation of multiple images. How or why did this happen? This is due to the property of reflection of light. The bouncing of light rays from a surface is known as reflection of light. We are able to see objects as the reflected rays of light from the surface of the object reaches our eyes. Here I have 2 glasses of water, an empty bowl, and I have a pencil, 2 lemons of same size, and an object. Let's put the pencil, the lemon, and the object into the bowl. What we see in the first glass is the pencil appears bent and magnified. In glass 2, the lemon appears to be swollen or bigger in size and also raised onto the surface of water. In the bowl, do you see the object? No. Now let me add some water to the bowl. Now can you see the object? Yes. And also it appears to be bigger in size, raised little above the water. Why did this happen? This is due to the another property of light, refraction. Change in the direction of light waves. When light waves move from one medium to another is refraction. Light travels from air into water and it is bent, as the light cannot travel quickly in water as that in air. Hence, it travels around the pencil, making it look crooked and magnified. When light travels from air into water, the water droplets act as a magnifying glass by refracting light. As the lemon is curved or bulged outside, it produces a larger image of the object, and hence the lemon appears big and seems to be raised up due to the refraction of light. Light travels from air into water and it is bent, making the object appear as we pour water. Initially, where there was no water, light ray didn't bend and the image couldn't be formed on our eyes. Now, as we add water, refraction property comes to the picture. Water acts as a magnifying medium and the object is visible. There are many applications of refraction in our real life, such as the rainbow formed in the sky and the twinkling of stars. Thank you. Over to Ritvik and Satvik.
Hello, I am Ritik from grade 6.
And I am Satvik of grade 6.
We are here to show another property of light. When a light ray is projected onto an opaque object, it will not pass through it. Then what will happen to it? Well, the light ray which is obstructed leaves a shadow on the other side of the object. The formation, as light travels in straight lines, the formation of shadows needs 3 things: and source of light, an opaque object, and the screen. This concept we are integrating in art. You can see I have a scissors in my hand, which is an opaque object, to form a shadow.
I have taken a chocolate bar which is also an opaque object. Now see what we are going to do. This art, where we have done drawings with the help of shadows, is called shadowology. It is fun to learn science when it is integrated with art, and the formation of shadows is behind the principle of eclipses. There are two types of eclipses, the solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse. Thank you. Over to Sama.
Hello, this is Sama Subhani from grade 6. Changes around us could be temporary or permanent. The changes which are temporary are physical changes, and those which are permanent are chemical changes. Let us now see with activities depicting physical and chemical changes. Here I have some powdered camphor, a steel plate, and a glass. I'm going to add the camphor into the steel plate which is on the flame. As soon as I see the vapors, I'm going to place the glass above it. And look, the vapors are nicely captured on the walls of the glass. Camphor, instead of melting, vaporized, and this conversion of solid to gas is called sublimation. Application of sublimation is dry ice, which is solid carbon dioxide that is used to create a special smoky effect as dry ice sublimes to vapors. Naphthalene balls, room sprays, etc. are examples of sublimation. Then the vapors have been captured on the walls of the glass as solid. This conversion of vapor to gas is called deposition. As the camphor changes into gas and there is no change in chemical composition, it is said to be a physical change. Here I have a bowl with some starch solution and I have tincture iodine. What I do now is I add a drop of tincture iodine to the starch solution. As you see, the solution turned blue. This is due to the formation of starch iodide complex. Formation of new substances is chemical change, where original substance cannot be brought back. Example of chemical changes are digestion of food and formation of curd from milk. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. We, the students of grade 7, are here with the sparks of our innovations. Every innovation is a solution to the challenge we face. Warm greetings to everyone. I am David Jain, and today I am going to demonstrate the working of a very helpful natural product, a Cox cleaner. Being clean is the only choice. Cleanliness is most important for physical well-being and a healthy environment. It is essential for everyone to learn about cleanliness, hygiene, sanitization, and the various diseases that are caused due to the poor hygienic conditions. My product name is a combination of two words, eco, which means biological or natural, and cox, which means enzymes. When both the words are combined, they are called as ecox or bioenzyme cleaner. The crisis faced by everyone during this pandemic ignited my mind to make this. The shortage of disinfecting liquids and the need towards sustainable living made me think about this. Firstly, what are bioenzymes? These are the toolkits of bacteria. When confronted by a feast, the bacteria starts producing enzymes that accelerate reactions and help the bacteria break up the grime faster. The aim is to create a eco or a natural cleaner. The principle of this cleaner is based on the fermentation of ingredients which lead to the creation of bioenzymes. The materials used are peels of fruits like orange, lemon, and pineapple. Jaggery. You can also use sugar or brown sugar. Some yeast and also some water. To make this, first add all the ingredients which are the peels, the jaggery, the yeast, and the water all together in a plastic container. Note that there should be screw bottle caps on the container so that there is no release of gases. Give this all a good mix, and now this mixture has to be kept for 2 to 3 months to allow fermentation and activation of bioenzymes. Here is some already prepared solution by me. This cleaner can be used for diverse uses. Some of the uses are disinfecting purposes, removing light scale from taps and other appliances, removing chemicals and pesticides from fruits and vegetables, breaking down grease and grime from utensils, and declogging drains. This is done by these cleaners use the good bacteria to digest waste, soils, and molecules. They do this by breaking down certain molecules which are waste and soils into smaller pieces. It is very simple and everyone can make this at their homes. Bioenzyme cleaners are perfectly natural way to manage your home cleaning needs. By using this, you can take care of the environment too. There is an urgent need to move towards sustainable living. Water bodies are being severely contaminated due to the usage of chemical-filled products. We won't be left with any clean water if we don't change our ways. Thank you. Over to Anvita.
Thank you. Greetings to everyone present here. I am Anvita Grace of grade 7B. My project is about the solar ironing cart which was invented by Vinisha Uma Shankar, an 8th grader of Tamil Nadu. I have seen my watchman burning about 5 kgs of charcoal every day. Altogether in India, we burn 5 crore kgs of charcoal each day. This releases a number of airborne toxins and pollutants such as mercury, lead, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxides, particulates, and other heavy metals. Burning fossil fuels like coal increases the levels of carbon dioxide, which results in trapping of heat on Earth and hence causing global warming. 72% of all toxic water pollution in the country, which harms the aqua life, comes from the burning of coal. This issue brought a spark and ignited my mind to replace charcoal with solar energy. To create a solar ironing cart, we need the following materials like the solar panels, a push cart, a 100 Ah battery, and wires. This the solar panels are placed on the roof. This is connected to a 100 Ah battery. This kind of battery needs 12,000 watts of power to be fully charged, and the panels can produce 250 watts per hour. 5 hours to be fully charged and convert to 6 hours. If the cart is being used under the sun, then it can be used for the entire day until the sun sets. For additional income, the cart can be fitted with a coin-operated PC or USB charging points. The energy from the battery is used to send to the iron box, and the iron box starts working. We observe that we can use solar energy in place of charcoal. Every day, 5 kgs of charcoal costs over rupees 700 to 800 rupees, and the solar ironing cart costs over rupees 30,000. But it's worth because it can be used for 7 to 8 years and there is no kind of pollution produced. Therefore, I conclude by saying that it is always wise to depend on renewable sources like solar energy over pollution causing fossil fuels like coal. Thank you. Over to Abhinandana.
Thank you, Anvita. Good morning to one and all present here. My name is Abhinandana Bandala and I am from grade 7C. I am here to present my project for Science Fair 2021 based on the topic Innovate. Bell Cache, the spark that ignited my mind. Let me begin with a very common scenario we come across nowadays. Okay, bye. I have to go to the ATM to get some cash. ATM, but it is so hard to operate those. They aren't even wheelchair friendly. I know. Our children don't have time to help us either. Hey, look there. Everything is delivered home these days, from food to electronics. Yes, if everything is delivered home, why not cash? We wouldn't have to operate those complicated machines. Have you ever visited the ATM with your grandparents? Have you ever tried to make their lives easier? I do not see many hands raising here. According to latest statistics, 10 to 13% of India's senior citizen and specially abled population uses smartphones. This was the spark that ignited my mind to design something that would help these people, and hence the cash was born. Bell cash, not cash on delivery, but delivery of cash. Now let me give you a brief demo of the features and working of my app. In the age of smartphones, when everything is delivered to our doorsteps, why not cash? My app, Bell Cash, aims to do just that. Bell Cash allows you to order cash from the bank to your doorstep. From the convenience of your home, fast and reliable, fully insured, all at your fingertips. Now let me give you a brief demo of my app. This is the home screen of my app, which will be visible when you first open it. Through the home screen, you can access the menu, which contains various settings like language, contact helpline, frequently asked questions, location, any help required in case of troubleshooting. Place a new order, click on Place New Order. It will open to a screen asking you to enter the account number. For the demonstration, I am entering a dummy account number. Next, select the city, bank, branch, and denomination. After that, enter the date and time. I am entering the date as 23rd February 2021. There are 6 time slots ranging from 8 a.m. in the morning to 8 p.m. in the evening. Next, enter the name, the address of delivery. Then enter the amount. As below 1,000 rupees is not accepted and do not exceed 50,000 for security reasons, I am entering the amount as 6,000 rupees. Then enter the PIN. I am entering a dummy PIN. After entering the PIN, click on Request OTP. An OTP will be sent to your registered mobile number. The OTP should not exceed 6 digits. After entering the OTP, click on Verify and Place Order. You will receive a message saying the order has been successfully placed. To track your order, click on Track Your Order. You can also view the details of the delivery agent, which will include his name, phone number, email ID, and tracking ID. Click on Track through GPS. It will open to a screen asking you to select the city. As I selected the city of Hyderabad, I will click on Hyderabad. It will open to a map showing my location. After that, click on View Barcode. The delivery agent will scan this barcode to confirm delivery. You will then receive an SMS message detailing balance debited from your account. To enter feedback, click on Enter Feedback. Help us serve better. You have to answer 5 questions with either yes or no. If your answer to any of the questions is no, it will open to a screen apologizing for the inconvenience caused and asking you to enter the issue. For example, if your issue is late delivery, enter the issue and click on Next. You will receive the details of the helpline, which will include the email and phone number. Click on Back to Home. The philanthropic side of me says that there is a great need to provide better facilities for our senior citizen and specially abled population. And the commercial side of me says that there is a huge demand waiting to be fulfilled. My app will surely be a significant milestone in achieving this. Thank you.
Learning becomes interesting when we have hands-on activities, and learning science through activities brings in a lot of concept clarity. Activities in the science lab have always given us a better platform to learn science effectively. In the lab, we usually observe emission of heat and light, formation of precipitate, evolution of gas, change in temperature and color when chemicals react with each other. This type of reaction, where there is a change in the chemical composition of a substance, is called a chemical reaction. I am Nishta, and we, the students of grade 8, are going to demonstrate and explain different types of chemical reactions. Chemical reactions are of 4 kinds, namely chemical combination, chemical decomposition, chemical displacement, and chemical double displacement reaction. Now, my friend Amal is going to explain the first type of chemical reaction, that is chemical combination. Over to Amal.
Good morning everyone. My name is Amal Hussain and today I'm going to be demonstrating an experiment on chemical combination. Let me start by explaining what exactly is chemical combination. A combination reaction is a reaction in which 2 or more elements or compounds combine to form one product. Now let us see where combination reaction is used. It is used in a variety of stable ionic compounds. It is also used in rusting and combustion of fuels. The most important component in food that adds on to the taste and is also an important electrolyte to our body is salt or sodium chloride. It is produced by combination reaction between soft conducting flammable sodium metal and yellow-green toxic chlorine gas. Burning magnesium in its pure form burns in air with a brilliant white light and is also used in flares or fireworks. Now, let me demonstrate the activity. The materials you would be needing are water, calcium oxide, and a glass. First, pour the water into the glass. Now, pour a good amount of calcium oxide into the glass with water. Now we observe. As we can see that calcium oxide reacts vigorously with water, slaked lime or calcium hydroxide is formed. We can also observe the slaked lime produces a large amount of heat. I can verify the same by feeling the walls of the glass. It is hot. A reaction in which heat is produced is called an exothermic reaction. Now, we conclude by saying, in this reaction, two reactants, calcium oxide and water, will combine to form a single product, which is calcium hydroxide. The combination of sodium and chlorine is also an example of combination reaction in our day-to-day life. The equation for the same is CaO plus H2O gives us CaOH2 plus heat. Thank you.
Hello everyone, this is Hasni here. Have you ever wondered how radio picks certain frequencies so you can play your favorite channel? Or why does a glass break in an orchestra concert? Have you ever felt a bridge vibrating when you walk on it? Why do you encounter such situation? The answer lies in the phenomenon of resonance. If we apply a vibrating force on the object that has a frequency equal to the natural frequency of another object, then the other object would vibrate with a larger amplitude under the influence of the former. This phenomenon is called resonance. Here is the pattern of sound waves. The picture above are the original sound waves and the picture below are the amplified sound waves. The normal sound waves get changed into amplified sound waves. This shows the effect of resonance. This phenomena is applied in receiving radio and TV signals, which are very weak signals. These signals are picked up by autotune and amplified due to resonance. Applications of resonance. Swinging your leg in a swing. The person pushing the swing has to sync with the timing of the swing. In this way, the motion of the swing has to increase amplitude so that it reaches higher. Once when the swing reaches its natural frequency of oscillation, a gentle push to the swing helps to maintain its amplitude due to resonance. Heating up of food particles in a microwave oven. The radiations emitted by a microwave oven have a certain frequency and wavelength. Molecules of water and fat also have resonance frequency. At a certain frequency, the molecules absorb wavelengths and start vibrating, which causes cooking and heating up of food. So here is my model. I have used two blocks that hold a laser light and a cardboard covered with a rubber band, and a small mirror is placed on the rubber band so that whenever the light is turned on, the laser light reflects and it is projected onto the wall. Now I'm going to cough and you can observe the variations in the image. Here are the images formed when we blow. Whenever we scream or shout into the rubber band, there are sound waves produced and you can see the laser light making certain images. Observation. We observe that the rubber band vibrates due to the resonance of the sound waves and produces waveforms of larger amplitude that can be seen on the wall. Thus, the principle of resonance affects how we perceive sound and light waves. Thank you.
Good morning everyone, I'm M. Preetham and today I'm going to explain you all about electrolysis of water. Electrolysis of water is a part of chemical decomposition. A decomposition reaction is a reaction in which a compound breaks down into two or more simpler substances. For example, water on electrolysis decomposes into oxygen and hydrogen gas. The chemical equation for the following is 2H2O gives rise to H2 plus O2. Electrolysis of water is the process by which water is decomposed into oxygen and hydrogen gas when electric current is passed through it. Our objective is to observe the electrolysis of water and determine the gases liberated at the end of the experiment. The electrolysis apparatus consists of a beaker, some water, a glass, a battery, connecting wires, a cardboard, two pencils, and a tape. Step 1. Pour some water into the glass. Step 2. Connect the pencils to the wires using a tape. Step 3. Connect the wires to the battery. Step 4. Place the pencils connected to the battery into the water. After 15 minutes, you'll observe that there are bubbles around the electrodes. Here are the bubbles. As the bubbles here are not clearly visible, I'll be showing you a clear picture of the same. Here are the bubbles. The bubbles are formed here because hydrogen gas will bubble at cathode and oxygen will bubble at anode. Hydrogen gas is produced at twice the rate of oxygen gas in this reaction. The gases collected during this experiment can be tested with a glowing splint, which will flame up in the presence of oxygen, and a burning splint, which will ignite hydrogen, causing an audible pop. The real-life applications of electrolysis is that it is used in electrolytic refining and for electroplating. It is also used in the extraction of metals from their ores, especially aluminium. It is also used in the manufacture of chlorine. Thank you. Over to my friend Mohit.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Mohit Goel of grade 8C, and today I will be demonstrating an activity on displacement reaction. So what is displacement reaction? Displacement reaction is a chemical reaction where a more reactive element displaces a lesser reactive element from its compound. Coming to the day-to-day uses of displacement reaction. It is widely used in steel making where carbon displaces iron from its oxide. Displacement reaction is also used in thermite welding when it is used to join railway tracks where aluminium displaces iron from its oxide. So, the materials that we require for this activity are some copper sulfate crystals, some water in a beaker, an iron nail, and a spoon. So, firstly, add 3 tablespoons of copper sulfate crystals to the water. Now, once you've done that, mix the solution well till it completely dissolves. Now, once you've done that, carefully place the iron nail in the beaker. Now, as this is a slow reaction, this is how the beaker will look after some time. We can observe that the color of the solution has changed to green from blue to green, and there's also we can observe that there is a brownish red coating of deposit on the iron nail. This has happened because there was a displacement reaction between the copper and the iron nail. As iron is more reactive than copper, it displaces copper from the copper sulfate solution and forms the iron sulfate solution, which is the green color that you can see in the beaker. And the coating on the iron nail is the copper. Now, the chemical equation for the following is FeCuSO4 gives us Cu plus FeSO4. Based on displacement reaction, the metals are arranged in the order of their decreasing activities. This is called reactivity series or the metal or the activity series. After performing displacement experiments, the following reactivity series or activity series has been developed. Conclusion. This activity hence verifies that a more reactive element can displace a lesser reactive element in their compound. Thank you. Over to my friend Nishta.
Reaction. A double displacement reaction can be defined as a chemical reaction in which two reacting compounds exchange their ions and form two new compounds. Let us perform an experiment to understand this. The materials required are sodium chloride or salt, vinegar, and a glass. So first of all, I'm taking a glass and I'm going to fill it with vinegar. And then I'm adding sodium chloride to this. Then stir it. And then I'm dipping tarnished copper coins into this. After removing the coin, we can observe that the tarnished layer does not exist anymore. In this reaction, the acetic acid of the vinegar reacts with salt or sodium chloride to produce sodium acetate and hydrogen chloride. CH3COOH plus NaCl results in CH3COONA plus HCl. The tarnished layer doesn't exist anymore because it is dissolved due to the acetic acid. The acid dissolves the metal oxide. In this case, it is copper oxide, resulting in the shining layer. Coming to the real-life applications of double displacement reaction. The first image displayed here shows removal of oil and stains by soaps. The second image displayed here is that hydrochloric acid is produced in our stomach. The excess acid in our stomach causes indigestion, which produces pain and irritation. This is called acidity. To get rid of acidity, we use milk of lime, which acts as an antacid. Thank you. Over to my friend Manvi.
Good morning, everyone. Today, I, Manvi Chaudhary, will be demonstrating an important concept based on light. We are able to see the world around us due to light. It is a form of energy which obeys various phenomena like reflection, refraction, etc. Hologram uses the principle of interference and diffraction of light using lasers. The light waves in a laser beam vibrate at the exact same time. The light waves in a laser beam are of the equal sizes and thus vibrate at the exact same time, which is not in the case of white light. As they all are of the equal sizes, all the waves will bend in the same way together. They split into two beams and are made to intersect. This process is called interference pattern. This pattern is recorded into the film, but the most interesting thing is that even if the film is cut into half, you can still see the whole picture. Holography is an advanced form of photography where an image is recorded in 3D. To perform this experiment, the materials required are a plastic bottle, cutter or a scissor, and a phone. With the help of the cutter, separate the upper column of the bottle. Place it on the phone showing holographic images. The image is formed on the plastic container. By this experiment, as we look at the hologram from different angles, we can see the image through different perspectives. By this way, a 2D image is given an effect of a 3D figure. The holographic image is formed on the plastic container. Daily life examples of hologram. In biomedical sciences, holograms are made inside live organs to view details. Some checkout counters have holographic scanners.
Science is simply the word we use to describe a method of organizing our curiosity. Warm greetings to everyone present here. I'm Sanvi Janu Mahanti of Grade 8A, and today I proudly present to you the effervescence calendar of the year 2021. Archives of the Science Scouts. A little sunshine followed by a raging storm, I feel, is the best phrase to describe the year 2020. Each one of us has faced hardships and difficulties, but we didn't let those engulf us. We raged through the storm and difficulties and adapted to the new normal. And now it's finally time to farewell the academic year. We have composed this calendar with a lot of love, and this shows the efforts of the science departments and how the teachers, along with the students, have beautifully maintained their pace and have gracefully managed to contain the essence of science, given the challenging factor of doing it online. April is considered the month of new beginnings. This academic year flagged off uniquely with our online classes. The first month of online pedagogy sailed quite smoothly. The grade 10 students enjoyed doing the virtual labs amidst the online classes this month. The month of June, we are back to school, geared up again after the summer break and made the most of it. We had two events in this month, the World Food Safety Day and Blood Donation Day. By doing various activities, we understood the importance of preserving food and how blood donation can actually save a person's life and a family's happiness. Our students presented these with a lot of enthusiasm and curiosity. July was yet another month full of excitement. This month's events were Doctors' Day and World Zoonosis Day. Students and teachers alike were able to understand the essence of these events by engaging in discussions, writing poems to thank the frontline workers, and many more. It was enlightening to understand the struggles and challenges the COVID-19 pandemic had brought in. August was a month filled with class activities for the junior and senior classes. Students understood various activities and scaled their topics by performing different activities and understanding them. The junior grades also enjoyed making various crafts as they scaled their concepts. September was yet again another month filled with compelling activities. Students got to perform many more activities, enhancing their cognition and skills. Activities like rearranging food items, yoga, and engrossing presentation made the month loads of fun. October was full of self-awareness and fun. We all learned the importance of World Mental Health Day and understood the importance of different topics with the help of activities. November was yet again filled with activities and events. We celebrated the C.V. Raman Day, National Cancer Awareness Day, and the World Immunization Day. We all learned its need and importance and spread the information and knowledge through videos and presentations. Students enjoyed doing so as it explained a sensitive matter in a comprehensible way. In December, as we commenced the last month of the unimaginable year, we also understood the importance of scientific events. The National Pollution Control Day and Energy Conservation Day were the days we respected the importance of our natural resources and spread the knowledge amongst others. January was the first month of the new year, and hence it brought new hope and light. Students explored the horizons of space and other topics by means of creative ways. February, the month to finally put our heads together and begin to prepare for the big day, the most awaited event of the year, effervescence. Here are snapshots of the DS scenes with the props, preparations, and practice set in play. And thus, we commence this academic year with a lot of vigor. Thank you.
That was amazing, Sanvi. We Recians have proved our mettle on the virtual platform too. Now let us hear our little friend about how our new normal is going to be.
Hello everyone! Hooray! Now that the vaccine has come, it's time to move beyond the pandemic and get ready for the new normal. Are you wondering what is the new normal? Well, that's coming back to school fully vaccinated and wearing a mask. I hope that is not very far. On behalf of all the residents, I thank all our teachers for making the classes interesting and conducting them very patiently on an online platform. Cheers to my school! East or West? DSC is the best. This is APJ from Radio 8 signing off. Happy Science Day! Have fun! Thank you!
Thank you, dear Saisha. You are absolutely right. East or West, DSC is the best. I now request our Academic Director, Shashi Ma'am, to share her views on this occasion.
Good afternoon, children. Good afternoon, Ansuya. Good afternoon, all the teachers. So very happy about this Science Day celebrations. First and foremost, I just would like to congratulate all of you for putting up such a very slick show it was actually. And what I mean by a slick show is it was so informative and one thing followed the other. I'm totally appreciative of all the students performing their activities, science experiments. The whole thing came out very well, in fact. Okay, so secondly, I also would like to appreciate the teachers' efforts in this. Each teacher, okay, spoke so very succinctly, so very clearly, and conveyed whatever they needed to convey. So totally impressed with the performance and the output of both the teachers and the students. One small message that I would like to give to all the students is science is a subject. It is as I keep telling everybody, science is a content-based subject. It is not a skill subject. So when science being a content subject, you don't learn it from the books. Science is one, I'm sure students, all of you would have heard of the term developing a scientific temper. Now, what is the meaning of this words, developing a scientific temper? You don't say developing a maths temper. You don't say developing a social science temper. But why is it that it's only developing a science temper? Science temper or scientific temper is basically based on a few parameters. Now, remember, children, whenever an innovation is made or whenever it is discovery is identified, we shouldn't, as people, we shouldn't take it at face value. We should learn the art of questioning. We should learn the answer for ourselves as to why that particular phenomenon has taken place. All this information is available today at Google, on Google. But if you learn from the Google, then you will learn for that little period of time and then you will forget it. Instead, if you experiment, if you analyze and develop a very critical thinking about why should it be like this, then I'm sure the learning will take place and get retained much faster and for a longer period of time. In order to develop this critical thinking mindset in students, two things are very important. You are at home, you are at school. So learn to question. Learn to question everything that comes there to you. Anything that is new, anything that you don't know, you have to learn to ask why. Why is it like this? Sometimes people misnub you when they say, why are you asking so many questions? but then the art of questioning is very important. Be it a very small one or a larger one, learn to question everything and you will get your answers. Unless you ask, you won't know. For that, you have to observe. Science is all about observation and recording. So learn to observe and learn to record and infer from there. What inference are we drawing? Okay, the day you learn an answer, get an answer for all your queries, believe me, children, you will be super happy because you'll develop a lot of confidence. But it's not only about learning and being happy. You need to learn to apply your knowledge also. See where else you can find a similar phenomenon. See where else you can apply whatever you have learned, and then you see the results for yourself. Like for instance, there was one girl who had done that experiment about that oxygen, occupying 1/5 space in the air. That is already available in the with us, right? Similar things like this, if you observe, then you will learn to ask questions. Finally, I would just like to send a small message to all the teachers handling science and to all the students that science, learning or teaching science should be a fun element in your life. It is not a scholarly subject. Scientific people are considered, or the people who are teaching science or learning science or scientists are not only scientific, the scholarly people. They have become or reached that stage by learning to enjoy the language or learning to enjoy the subject. So develop a passion for science, develop a passion for questioning, and enjoy science as a fun element in your life. Then I'm sure your learning will take you to great places. A fantastic job done today, Ansuya, by your department and you. I'm very happy at the output. Congratulations to all of you. Children, all of you spoke so very well, actually. Each of the videos that I was going through, the confidence levels with which you presented each of the concepts, I was very happy. Very happy with one particular one. I can't remember the name of the child. Probably Vishnu, who had done, I think he's from grade 7 or 8. Again, I'm not very sure about it, where he showed the importance of the remote sensing satellites and Abdul Kalam's contribution. The video making was outstanding. So congratulations for that. Very happy with that. Actually, I would like to review it once again because that is my area of interest also. So very well done, all of you. God bless. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sashi ma'am. Thank you for your inspiring words.
I request the headmistress Anusuya ma'am, a torchbearer, to address the gathering.
Thank you, Aisha. Good afternoon to all the dear students. Okay. Yeah. So my warm greetings on this occasion and a very, very good afternoon to all the dignitaries, my colleagues and dear students. So I think I would also be speaking on lines what Sashi ma'am has already shared with all of you, because maybe as science faculty, that is what we expect from you all. Okay. But before I share my views, my sincere appreciation to all the teachers who have guided the students so well, and to all the students who have performed excellently with perfection and enthusiasm. Okay, children. So hearty congratulations to each one of you. But kids, at this point, I would like to share with you that this growth, what we are looking at, is actually not taught, but has to be caught. Okay. So till certain level, we can handhold and guide you. But going ahead, it's your dedication, your curiosity, your drive is going to make wonders or create wonders in your life. So if I have to put across in a scientific way, what you attract and what you repel depends on your dominant thoughts and feelings. Okay. So the truth of science is experimental verification. And it is this experimental verification that leads to various discoveries, making our lives better. Okay. So last year, when we were all under lockdown with lot of fear, anxiety, and stayed back at home, all these eminent scientists and many great people around the world continuously worked, and they were into discovering many things which are definitely going to be making our lives better. Okay, so I would like to put across some discoveries which might be very interesting also for you. You know, scientists have developed paper sensors which would test the quality of milk. You know, the hyperloop, which is the fastest mean of transport, is already being developed. Then scientists also had come up with a new ink that is going to restrict duplication of passports and currency notes. You know, they have come up with a supercomputer that can perform 200 million activities per second. Is it not amazing, children? I know it is. And then our own Center of Cellular Molecular Biology in Hyderabad has discovered a protein that can help us or help the patients to combat obesity and also work with diabetic patients, help them to recover from it. Then the scientist William Kalam and his team discovered how cells sense and adapt to oxygen. You know, this is a major outbreak or a major discovery which is going to help the doctors cure many diseases. B. John and Stanley have discovered lithium batteries, lithium-ion batteries, okay, which can store renewable sources of energy like solar energy and wind energy, which are very much the need of the hour. So these discoveries are making our lives definitely safer and luxurious. Imagine what would happen if COVID vaccine was not in place. Would you even think of coming back to school? I think no. Okay. So now it's time that you all put on your thinking caps and actively observe the real life instances happening around you. Because it's always the small pieces that make the big picture. As Isaac Newton said, what we know is a drop and what we don't know is an ocean. Hence, I want all of you to be always scientifically very, very curious to know the things around you. Okay? So thank you so much, each one of you. You have done a wonderful job.